Along the same lines, a pre-sale termite inspection. Now, termite inspection is a little bit different than a home inspection because a termite inspector or pest control inspector, we kind of use those interchangeably. They are actually doing a bid for work. So there is the incentive for them to come up with things that aren't there. However, in my experience, it's been rare, surprisingly, to find a termite inspector that will come up with things that aren't there. And anything they see, it's all visual, right? So we actually had a termite inspection yesterday on a duplex that we're selling, and the owner was there and I was there, and the owner had said, "How will I know?" And I said, "You can ask the termite inspector, show me what you found." So the inspector found some termite droppings in a corner and showed it to my client, and he said, "Yep, they're termite droppings." So it's pretty rare, and like I joked with my inspector, because he hadn't found termites yet, it was before he found them, and I said, "Don't you have your bottle of termite droppings that you're gonna?" And he said, "No, I forgot it." So I don't think that really happens, or I think it's extremely rare. So some benefits to getting a pre-sale termite inspection. You know, they look for termites, they look for dry rot and fungus, really anything that can damage the wood. So what you don't want to do maybe is like paint your house and then you find out you've got this rotted wood that you got to rip off and then repaint again. So you don't have to paint the outside twice. Again, you can get estimates without time pressure. Let's see if it's here or not. You want to be a little careful. This might be a later slide, but if you get one termite inspection, or when you get an inspection, it's something you must disclose to a buyer. So if you get one inspection and the estimate's $2,000, you go, I wonder if I can get another, you know, maybe I can get a lower price. And the next guy comes and doesn't find as many things and his bid is $500, you have to disclose both reports. Now the flip side is the next guy comes and finds $3,000 or $4,000 and more things, your bill can actually go up if you get a second estimate. So keep that in mind. But you can get bids, let's say wood repair, because to do a fumigation, you have to be a licensed pest control company. But to do wood repair, you don't have to. So let's say you get an estimate, it's $3,000, $2,000 is wood repair, but you have somebody that can repair the wood for $750, that would save you some money. So that gives you some time to do that. Now the termite company does have to go back out and make sure it's done right because they're putting their stamp of approval on it. So, you know, other benefits, you know the cost in advance. There's a few things that are sort of specific, but if you get, okay, how will I explain this? There might be, say, a deck that's attached to the house, and the deck could be rotted and needing to be replaced, and because it's attached to the house, they have to include it in the inspection. But if you can detach it, then it's a separate item and you don't have to inspect it. So you can, by getting your inspection done in advance, you can do things like that that'll save money. And also, if you fix the damage in advance, it'll look better, because if you've ever seen a house with a bunch of rot around the windows and things, what can happen is the buyer will see that, the house won't look as good, they'll decrease in their mind what they'll pay for it, they'll make you a lower offer, you'll reach an agreement, and then you'll have to give a pest control clearance, which is usually what's negotiated. So in other words, you pay 2 or 3 times for it. You pay in the form of a lower price, and then you have to pay to have it repaired, versus if you do it in advance, then it's going to look good when a buyer sees it.